Hi everyone, this is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. Thank you so much for being a viewer. Thank you so much for being a subscriber. I want you to know that I appreciate you. All I ask from you is you please click the like button, you ignite the subscribe button, and you enable notifications so you get instant updates from our channel going forward. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. Now, all of us have been focusing on news pertaining to the stimulus checks, pertaining to unemployment benefits. Now we're all focused on the upcoming election. We want to know who's going to win the election, depending on which side of the fence you're on. Obviously, you want your side to win. But I'm here to remind you of one very, very simple thing in this video. And that simple thing is we need to be financially independent so we are never dependent on the government for stimulus checks and unemployment benefits again, regardless of who wins the election. So, in a sense, the results of the election have little to no long term impact on our individual financial future because we essentially should be in control of our own financial destiny. It's a really simple point I want to make. Look, if President Trump remains president or if former Vice President Joe Biden becomes president, if President Trump, retains the presidency, if the Senate remains under Republican hands, if the Republicans retain control of the Senate, or if the Democrats flip the Senate and if Democrats regain control of the Senate, that should, from a long-term financial perspective, it has very little impact on your long-term financial future. Your long-term financial future is going to be dependent on your ability to make money, whether it's through a new job or through a business or through some other means. It's going to be dependent on your ability to save money. It's going to be dependent on your ability to invest money. These things are going to remain universal, whether we have a Republican president, whether we have a Democratic president, whether we have a Republican Senate, a Democratic Senate. The amount of help we get, the amount of the stimulus check, the speed of the stimulus check is indeed dependent on the makeup of the House and the Senate and who's president. Because those factors, money has to be appropriated by Congress, bills have to be decided on and debated on and voted by both the House and the Senate and signed by the president before they become law. But those are stimulus checks. But our own financial future is in our hands. It is in our control, and that is why I'm making this video. You see, because at the end of the day, our individual ability to be able to earn money, to be able to save money, and then manage it, to be able to intelligently manage it so you can focus more on long-term gratification and not just on short-term needs, is going to be very crucial in the post-pandemic world. I've already talked about this on my channel. We are heading towards a K-shaped recovery where some individuals are doing better than before and other individuals are simply getting left behind. I want every one of my viewers and subscribers, if you're at this part of the K, I want you to get to this part of the K. If you're at this part of the K, I want you to get to this part of the K, because a lot of that has to do with trying to learn the necessary skills. And let me be clear, if you're struggling right now, I'm not blaming you. This is not your fault. This whole thing is just unfortunate. It's tragic. It's horrible that my viewers and subscribers need money to put food on the table, need money to keep the lights on, need money to pay rent. It's just an unimaginable reality that we are all faced with. But depending on your support for, whether you're a Democrat, whether you're a Republican, we have different visions for the future of our country. But I think we should all have a universal vision for our own financial future. I agree that the government should come to help, and I've covered that extensively on my channel. In fact, if you look at my body of work, I've covered things extensively as thoroughly as I can. And if you really think about it, with the volume of content that I create, to be able to release that much content and maintain quality is not easy. I promise you, it's not easy. If it looks easy, it's because I suppose we're doing a decent job. But to be able to release that much content while maintaining quality is difficult. So I understand the political aspects of this. I've been covering it. And if you have a point of view, you're welcome. You may be right, I may be wrong, okay? This isn't about me saying I'm right. But what I've learned in my own life, in my own rags to riches story, because I live the American dream, I have the fortune, the honor, the privilege of living the American dream. If you don't know anything about me, check out my video. You'll be able to click on the link in the top right hand corner of your screen and you'll be able to learn more about my story. But what I'm trying to tell you is that my own personal ability to be able to make money, to be able to save money, to be able to invest money, allowed me to escape the cycle of poverty and allowed me to reach a level where where I'm able to offer something to our beloved, to our amazing community, to our amazing family on a channel like this. And the YouTube channel has in and of itself become essentially a separate part of all the things that I do. And it was never intended to be that way. I just started the channel to give back, because this channel is to give back. The point I'm trying to make is as follows: if we make the right decisions to be able to add value, all of this essentially comes down to being able to add value. If we if we take the mindset that we need to blame someone, and if we decide that it's an excuse for us to retreat into a shell, that's only going to hurt us. I don't want any of my viewers and subscribers to suffer. I want you to be happy. I want you to be able to succeed. So what I ask of you is this: if you've lost your job permanently, find ways to re-engineer your skills. If you want, look for a new job. If you want, start a business. And you'll see videos on our channel that help you start a business. There are lots of other videos on YouTube that will help you start a business. Type out into the comment section below if you have any specific comments. There's a high probability that another member of our community will be able to help you. Okay, if you have a job and you've been fortunate enough to be amongst the small percentage of people who are actually doing better now than they were doing a year ago, then you owe it to yourself to learn the skills, to invest money, to be able to save money, to be able to get an ROI on your money, to understand the difference between short-term capital gains and long-term capital gains. You owe it to yourself so that in the future you never get hit with some sort of a calamity like this again. This pandemic, hopefully we don't see this for many decades, but you never know what life has in store for you. I don't want any of my viewers and subscribers to lose their job, to lose their business, to have a horrible financial impact. And so we need to be prepared. We need to have a nest egg. We need to have investment strategies. We need to have a financial buffer, if you will, between what your needs are and what how much you have. So you have a buffer in case there is some sort of an event like this, an event like the pandemic, which has essentially disrupted the lives of millions of individuals. So I think that in the end, while this is creating a difference between those who are at the top of the K-shaped recovery, individuals who can work remotely, individuals who have a college degree or higher, and those who have been essentially decimated, those who are in travel, leisure, hotels, entertainment, in the hospitality industry. In other words, individuals with less than a high school diploma. A lot African American and Hispanic individuals have been impacted disproportionately more. Women have been impacted disproportionately more. Mothers with young children, single mothers, have been impacted disproportionately more. That is a horrible aspect of this entire pandemic. What I want for my viewers and subscribers is to understand, look at this, zoom out and look at it and say, okay, what am I going to do in the future to be able to make sure that I save? And I have done videos on my channel. I think you should have at least 6 months of your monthly expenses saved before you can start to invest. So let's say your monthly expenses are, I don't know, $2,000. I'm just throwing out a number. Yours could be more, yours could be less, depending on where you live, how much you spend, the number of dependents you have, right? Let's say your monthly expenses are $2,000. You need to have $12,000 cash in the bank, minimum. And then you can say, all right, now I have an extra $1,000. How do I invest it, and so on and so forth. So that is the mindset that I'm asking my viewers and subscribers to follow. I hope that this video was helpful. I can tell you that regardless of the outcome of the election, the way we approach making money, saving money, and investing money is going to be the difference between someone who's extremely successful, even more successful than they are today 10 years from now, and someone who's struggling now, and unfortunately someone who continues to struggle. I don't want you to go downhill. Regardless of where you are now, what matters is not where you are 3 months from now. What matters is where you are 10 years from now. And for those of my viewers and subscribers who are, who don't even know if you can make it for the next 3 months, I'm with you. I understand. Maybe this video will be helpful for you a year down the line or 6 months down the line. Focus on getting through the immediate future. Okay, I'm not minimizing that. I'm trying to help as many people as I can. Okay, please put yourself in my shoes. I'm not trying to leave out anybody. The most I can do in 10 to 12 minute YouTube videos is provide as much value as I can in a concentrated form. So I don't mean to leave anyone out. You sense my heart, you see my authenticity, and like I've said before, the one thing this year has taught us is that our BS meter is going woohoo. So I'm not BSing you, but what I am saying is that if you don't master these long-term skills, I don't want anyone to be in the position that they are now ever in the future. And that's what this video is about. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Dr. Nitin Chhoda. Check out my video. Also, please subscribe to our channel. I really appreciate you watching. I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next episode of Ignition Time. Take care. Bye.